Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Netflix. Becoming the most valuable sports franchise in the world doesn't happen without risk. A man who's willing to bet it all, and the players ready to make their own luck. America's Team, The Gambler and His Cowboys, is the story of the 1990s Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones's impact on NFL history. Featuring interviews with iconic 90s players and more. Watch America's Team, The Gambler and His Cowboys, August 19th, only on Netflix.
They say to only bring what you can carry. So with the all-new 2025 Ford Expedition Tremor, bring a lot. Like 3 dirt bikes, a few tents, an entire crew ready to make memories. A panoramic 24-inch display, and the confidence to push your limits. The all-new 2025 Ford Expedition Tremor.
Always consult the owner's manual before off-road driving. Know your terrain and trail difficulty and use appropriate safety gear. Max payload varies based on accessories and vehicle configuration. See label on door jamb for carrying capacity of a specific vehicle. Always properly secure cargo.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find
and
it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Ooh. Find your next ride at autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
Hi, this is Tony Ruggiero here on the Tour Coach Podcast, where we bring you the best mental coaches, fitness experts, teachers, players, everything from my journey in the game of golf to help you learn to play better golf, teach better golf, and enjoy the game. Come on in. We're going to have some fun.
All right, On Location Tour Coach. I've been wanting to do this one for a while. I always like to talk to who are my favorite players that I don't teach, right? Because I can pick your brain, I can give you shit, so I don't have to worry about your fire.
True.
Right? But Bobby Diaz, one of the great dudes out there, and we've had some fun making fun of each other.
Yeah, we have. I mean, I think that the Italian-Mexican combo is always good. So
a lot of similarities.
A lot of similarities, yeah. I mean, we like our families.
Love our families, we do.
Some Mexicans hit on their cousins. I don't know what happens in Italy, but I don't know. I don't think they do.
Italian Americans, yeah, you can sit down south. Down south, it could happen.
Yeah, I don't.
In Alabama, you could marry your Italian cousin.
I don't know many Italians in the south, but
a lot of. There's shockingly a lot. I got to bring you to Alabama.
Bama is good. Yeah, I played a bunch of Hooters events there. Hooters.
Back in the day.
Louisiana. I know Lee. I know of him. Yeah, we're not very close friends, but I know of him.
He like you. He's cheap as shit. He like you.
He played a lot of Hooters tours. He was a legend on the Hooters tour.
But I want to talk to you about today. So you played today. We were talking about a caddy situation. You said you've been out there a long time. Been on the big tour, had some success. Back down here now. You missed during the COVID deal, which was jacked up as a deal and as mismanaged a deal by anybody as there could have been. Nobody knew who was there or what was happening.
Yeah, nobody knew what was happening. Nobody knew what was posted.
Right. Still don't, really. Yeah. But finished 26 on the Korn, and 27th on the Korn Ferry list. So didn't get your card back, but played good golf. What do you think? We were talking about what are the characteristics. What does it take to stay out here a long time on the PGA Tour, the Korn Ferry Tour, the Live Tour, or whatever? What does it take to stay out? I'm curious what your thoughts on that. And have you ever stopped and thought, how long have you been out here?
So my rookie year was 2014, so this is going to be my 12th season. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I think that's a great question. I think that most of the people that get on this tour, they feel this tour and the PGA Tour, and this happened to me on the PGA Tour, and I mean, I talked to a couple of friends about this. once you get to the PGA Tour, you try to copy somebody else. You try to get on this tour, and you get on this tour, you try to copy whoever's playing the best. And you forget what got you here. When you get to the PGA Tour and you graduate from this tour, you get to the PGA Tour and you're like, oh, I want to play like that guy. Oh, I want to hit it like this other guy. Oh, I want to do what this guy does. Oh, this guy has a trainer, I should hire a trainer. Oh, this guy has a physio. Oh, I should hire a physio. So a bunch of the stuff that happens on the PGA Tour revolves on what the best players are doing and how they do it, and people forget what got them there. So I guarantee you that if I can go back in time and I can redo things, what I did in 2017 that got me to the PGA Tour to play 18 and 19, I would do things very differently. Because what got me there was not what kept me there. What got me there was very good to stay there. But I started doing stuff on the PGA Tour that got me out of there because I thought I didn't belong. So I went through equipment change. I went through, changed my fitness. I tried to be healthier, which, I got there being 195 pounds. And now that I'm trying to be healthier at 180 pounds, I'm playing like shit. So that makes no sense, right? And then
you change who you are.
Yeah, so you change your natural essence. I think essence, and I talked about this 4 or 5 years ago, essence is what gets you to be the player who you are. So I'm never going to hit it. Yeah, so I'm never going to hit it 330 yards in the air like Rory does. I'm never going to swing at 130 miles per hour and ball speed of 195.
Not going to do it.
I cruise at 161. But
you know how to play golf.
But I know how to keep it short of the hole, and I know how to not fly greens, and I know when I have a flyer lie that it's going to fly longer. So at the end of the day, if you count them all and you shoot on the par every week, I think you can make a pretty good living.
I think that's unbelievable insight. And I think it applies to golfers all the way down to junior golf in high school. I see, and maybe it's because of all this social media stuff like I didn't grow up with. But they see all this stuff. So, I had a junior the other day. A parent called me not long ago. Their kid was good. We want to come see him. I said, okay, well, your kid's good. They told me how good. Why? Why are you leaving who you're work with? Well, we think you could take our kid to the next level. I said, well, he's already on path to get to the next level. And they were shocked. They didn't come see me. I told them, I think that I also think that with Scotty Scheffler's success, and he had this after the PGA press conference, he talked about he's been with Randy forever, and how Randy's helped him guide the ups and downs, been more than just a golf coach. I think in this world where everybody's copycats, we may start seeing tour players go more back to where we may see. I know Justin Thomas was back with Matt Killen at the PGA. Right?
Yeah, and Jason Day went to see his coach from the Korn Ferry. Yeah, he went to work with the Aussie guy I heard online. I think
we're going to see more of that. I really do.
I think that the golf industry and the golf business has grown so fast, and technology has taken it to different ways, and it's advanced 50 years in the last 5 years. So what happened to Jack Nicklaus, we didn't know what happened to Jack Nicklaus until Tiger came. That's 25 years. And then Tiger came and we didn't discover what happened to Tiger because he was so good until TrackMan came out, but it took another 12, 15 years. And now we have all the data from all the players from 3D to TrackMan to ground forces to hack motions to wrist angles, and we got it all. So technology-wise, I think golf is the most advanced sport there is. The problem is that at the end of the day, once you hit the golf ball is going to react like it wants. like the grass doesn't really know what kind of trackman you're using, and the putt doesn't know if you're hitting it with whatever. So I think that one of the things that is happening in golf is that we're forgetting how to play. We are actually so involved into like how to hit it nice and not what we score. And I asked you today at the course, I said, what do you think Scotty Scheffler is that good? And you gave me a great answer. You said, because he plays the golf course like they're supposed to play. It's a fairway, he hits a green, he tries to make the putt. If he doesn't make it, his chances of making the next putt are increasing because all the data we have. You know, he's missed so many 10-footers at the whatever tournament, but the next one he has a better chance of making it. His chances just went higher. And I remember my first year on the PGA Tour, I played with a couple of veterans, my first couple events. One of them was one of your old students, Lucas. I played with him at Torrey Pines. And I was amazed of how he played golf. I played with him before on the Korn Ferry finals. No, I played with him that same year on the Korn Ferry finals.
What year was this?
This was 2018 Torrey Pines.
Yeah.
We got together, we played together in Torrey. And then we played together again in Ohio State, and he got his card back in the playoffs.
He was on that medical.
The way he went about his golf, to me, was amazing.
Wow.
You know, he never cared about hitting a putt. He aimed on the right side. He aimed on the right side and hooked the shit out of it. And then he aims to that right pin, pulls it down the middle of the green, putts it close, makes it. Left pins, he's making birdies. So if he has 9 left pins, he's gonna make 6 birdies. If he has 3 left pins, he's gonna make 3 birdies, and he's gonna make birdie on the par 5. So he's a very, very smart guy, but he knows how to play golf.
Yeah, he plays his game.
Yeah, and then I also played with Keegan. Keegan is one of the best ball strikers I ever played with. But he played the golf course like they're supposed to play. You know, he saw a fade, he hit the fade. He saw a draw, he hit the draw. But something that surprised me the most when I play on the PGA Tour, the best players are really good about hitting their numbers. They're not very good about hitting it long or hitting it high. Like, I played a round with Keegan Bradley in Hawaii, and on the first hole in Hawaii, dog leg right, 500 yards, we both hit driver right next to each other. And from that second shot, Keegan hit 7-iron, I hit 8-iron. Keegan stopped it in 3 yards, I went over the green. And on the next hole, he hit less club than me and flew it longer. And then the next club, on number 9, he drove me by 60. But that doesn't mean that he's gonna hit it long every single time. That means that he controls his golf ball better than everybody. So that's the reason why he's so good. Yeah, he can hit it 330 yards, but he decides to hit a cut down the middle of the fairway 85% of the time at 290. And then he hits his 7-iron 175, and his pitching wedge goes the yardage that he wants to go. He will hit it close and he will make the putt. That's the reason why he's successful. The best players in the world know how far their golf ball goes. And they know which shape, and they know where to hit it, and they know how to hit it.
I often say that if you go from college to, let's just say, college or to Korn Ferry, the PGA Tour, that their actual average driving distance goes down a little. Because as the player develops, they figure out different swings and different shots they need to hit off of different tees to be successful in the play.
Yeah, I think every successful player besides, the new era had a fairway plan. I think that everybody that played the game at a very high level hit it up low and hit like a low squeeze down the fairway and just get it in play. Tiger did it. Best ever. And I think that's coming back. I think that players that have developed a lot of speed have to understand that they cannot always hit 5 up and 5 to the right. They have to hit down on it.
What does every USAA member have in common? Family. We're one big family who supports the military community and their eligible families. And if you, your parent, or spouse served, you could join our family and save big on auto insurance. Visit USAA.com/join today to check your eligibility. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
Brooks Running reminds us that we're all powered by something. Whether it's the me-time energy of a run after a day at the office, the electrifying energy of your first marathon, or the infectious energy of a group run with your friends. No matter what energy powers you, Brooks has gear specifically designed to unleash it. So lace up and let it out. Let's run there. Visit brooksrunning.com today to learn more.
Vitamin Water Zero Sugar has great taste, zero BS, and obviously zero sugar. For those with zero room in their calendar, zero patience for slow walkers, those who get 0 hours of sleep on a Saturday night, have zero filter, zero given, and zero interest in grabbing a plain, boring water. Grab a delicious Vitamin Water Zero Sugar today.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? Well, with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills. Wait, did I say job title yet? Get started today and see how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
They hit down on it, they will control the golf ball will spin more, and it will not chase, and it will not go in the rough, and then you can play from the short grass. So yeah, I think that most of the time, people that lose their cards and people that struggle do what I did. I think they go and they try to chase a game that is not there.
Well, we're going to have dinner with Luke Benton, and he would say the same thing. I coach him now. I coached him before, some after he'd lost his card and gone back to Korn Ferry, and he's had some really rough times. But he always tells me he can tell you the point when he was on the range. And here's a guy that was a top 60 player in the world. Yeah. Watching somebody hit balls, I think it was Adam Scott, but going, I need to make some changes to be able to beat them. And that was the start of the downfall. Yeah. And I think so many golfers do that. And I think they go to these coaches, and I'm not going to name names and I'm not going to bash people, but where coaches look at them as like a science experiment to put their mark on them so that you know they taught you.
Yeah, so it's funny you say that. One of my really good friends, closest friends in golf, I'm not going to say his name, but his first year on tour at Pebble Beach, he hit balls right in between Jason Day and Dustin Johnson. And he said
pretty good ones.
And he said he had to quit hitting balls. He said he had to drop his club. He said, all right, we're going to chipping. He left. He said after that day, he knew he couldn't play. He got to be top 20 in the world after that. Because he realized that if he continued to do what he did best, he was going to be that good. He still has a lot of success in the game, top 50 in the world, awesome player, but he goes about his business. He doesn't look anywhere else. He doesn't care who's playing. He doesn't care what the field looks like. He doesn't care where he's at. He's out there to shoot the lowest score possible. And he's going to do it with what he's got.
That's the traits of what I think of guys that I've taught that have been what I would call the best players. Maybe not always the best ball strikers or whatever, but the best players. And how do you, so you talked today, and it was, I love I love listening to you talk about golf and your game and where you're going. And you talked about the back nine last week when you basically kind of felt like you're out of it. You went back to hitting shots. They were paying attention to hitting a shot a number, and then you almost made the cut, missed about a shot. Talk about getting back to that, because I think golfers, I always try to use these, obviously a lot of teachers listen to them, golf nuts that want to get better. People are nuts about getting better. What they could benefit. What did you do? What did you find doing that?
So, through my career, I had a lot of caddies, but one of my best friends caddied for me 5 years. and we had a blast. He's my best friend in the world. We had a blast, and we played our best golf. We say we because he had a lot of input in what I was doing. We played our best golf when we hit our numbers. So I would go 6 weeks in a row without missing a number. So if we had 177 and we wanted to land at 168, I landed 168. But every day we had a drill on the range. Grab a chair, he sat behind me, and we hit every single number he told me. We had to hit it within 2 yards. Every single day, 2 up or 2 down. And he always told me, like, if you miss your shot by 5 yards, that's a terrible shot. But if I'm telling you it's a 150 shot and you need to land at 148, and you have in between 146 and 150, and you miss that number, you're terrible. So we went on and on and on, and then finally I started doing it on the course, and my results got astronomically better. Like my second half of the year in 2019, I think I missed 2 cards on the PGA Tour. I didn't keep my card because I played awful on Sunday. Not because I didn't have the chances. I MDF in Minnesota. I shot like 78 on the John Deere after shooting 61 on Thursday. I had a chance to finish in Puerto Rico like top 3, and I shot the bed coming in. I was nervous as shit coming in. Travelers, I birdied the 17th hole on Sunday to finish 8th, and then every single result behind me, like these guys made birdies coming in, and I finished 8th. If not, I would have kept my card. And then on the Wyndham, I birdied 15, lip out on 16, 17, I bogey. I finished tied for 16th, and I don't get top 150 by 1 point. So I played amazing. I just didn't play good on Sundays. I guess I need to work more on my mental or not get as nervous, but I didn't take advantage of my opportunities. But by hitting my numbers and practicing to hit my numbers and not my golf swing, got me to play really good golf. So all the golf nuts out there, all the people are so into like bowing the wrist or cupping the wrist or turning or getting to the right side, left side, hips and this and that.
That's not what's going to take you.
No, if you cannot hit a 100-yard shot and land it within 5 yards, you better go to figure out how to hit it 100 yards, not to cup your wrist or bow your wrist, because that's never going to get you to hit it 100 yards. I guarantee you the best players in the world are not thinking about how to wrist at the top to hit it 100 yards. So you can work. I had a chance to talk to Greg Norman about this and for 5 minutes, and he told me when he was the best player in the world, he only practiced 4 things. Driver number 1, he thought he wanted to be the best driver of the golf course. He did. He was the best driver probably in the history of the game. For sure.
Unbelievable.
And then after that, he told me he only practiced 3 things: lag putting, 5-footers, and 40-yard shots. And I asked him why, and he said, well, if I drove it in the fairway and I was going to go to a par 5 in 2 and I didn't get there, I was going to have a 40-yard shot or less. If I hit the green from the fairway, I was going to be lag putting. And if I was in trouble, I was going to chip it tight. So I never hit my irons, I never practiced my irons, never did this, never did that. I just make sure that I drove it well, hit my 40-yard shot good, and I put it good inside 5 feet. And then he became number 1. You know, he probably won how many times?
50, around the
60,
world.
70, you know, like.
I think with all the live stuff, people don't understand, especially if you were my age, I'm 54, and you grew up, you know, through the 80s and particularly the 90s, how damn good a player he was. And I mean, you know, he obviously, everybody knows he didn't win the Masters, but man, he won a lot of other stuff, and he was the best player.
He won the British Open,
right?
You know,
yeah.
It was unbelievable.
So, and this is awesome stuff. Last question. What do you need to do? What do you feel like you need to do to get, if anything, to get back to playing the tour?
I have to do two things. One, I have to go back to playing my game. You know, I think that's the most important thing. And number two, I have to make sure that I understand, again, I did this already through my career. I need to understand again that when you're in contention, you're not going to win every time. So in my career, I've only won 5 times. And I probably played 400 events. So I know that I'm going to mess up more times than I'm going to do well. So I think that once you understand that, but you actually engrave it in your head, and you know that failure is more of an option than success, you play without fear.
Right.
And I think once you start playing without fear, really good things happen.
I remember I was teaching a golf school at Frederica. Bill Harmon was my guest. We were talking about a player, and he said golf's a really hard game to play if you're a pro.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that, and I had never thought about it that way. You watch players, but I think you become, and our good friend Greg Carson always talks about, like, once you don't judge yourself, you know, and like understand that it's okay to fail, and that most of the time, like you said, you're going to.
Yeah,
right?
So I'll give you a great example. So every time that you see somebody trying to win a golf tournament, and they have a 5-footer to 10-footer on the last hole, watch their strokes. Their strokes get shorter.
No.
Because they're trying to get it over with. Because they're scared.
Everybody's scared.
Yeah, everybody gets scared. I mean, I've been shitting myself out there. I've been trying to not puke on the last hole of tournaments. But you know, at the end of the day, nothing's going to happen. That's why I really like what John Ram said this past week. Like, you got to play golf. So once you understand that, you can actually free it up, but actually free it up. It's a very big difference between saying you're going to free it up and actually free. Like, I played a lot of golf with one of your students, Tom Lovelady.
Oh.
And when he was free, nobody could beat him. I mean, nobody could. The kid hit it 340 and he put it amazing.
And he was a great wedge player.
Yeah. So, I mean, once you're not scared.
I also always thought, not to talk about Tom, and if he watches, he's like, but like, when he first come out of college, and everything was bright and new, no real expectations, and he Mondays into, I think, Nashville, and then he goes and he gets and he goes through Korn Ferry Q School or Korn Ferry Tour finals, and he plays and he gets his card. It was like, but there were no expectations. He was just happy to be out there. But then out on tour, and you start having the expectations. And I mean, I think he would probably say a lot of the same things you did about, you know, trying to be different. If he just learned to fly, he's going to be fine. He was the best. And is there anybody better to hang out with than Tom Lovelady? No. He's the best. Bobby, thanks for sitting in. We're going to go have us a good dinner, but I appreciate it. This is fun.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.